Hey, Cindy, this is Mr. Heron. I thought I would just make a quick little Zoom video for you about your number 18. So here I have, as you see on the screen, your exact number 18. There it is. Let me just go through the problem. And here you can see the actual answer, your answer. I'll explain why this and these guys are not the same. Let me just first solve it from the top. Right here, x-intercept is -2. So you know how to do this. Put a -2 out here and put this over here and grab these numbers 4, 20, 35, 22, and then just bring this down. 4 and -2 times 4 is -8, and then add these up. What's that? 12, and then -2 times 12 is -24, and then add these up. Is that 9, I think? Wait a minute, did I get that right? 6, no, 11. I'm having a math problem. All right. So, and then -2 times 11 is -22, which makes 0. That's good. That's like a check that we're on the right track. Okay. So then what you do from here, I think you also know, is you plug into the quadratic formula. This is your A, your B, and your C, and you plug into the quad. So we do that. So that'll be -b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a, as you know. And then, whoops, that's not the right thing. Coming over here. Okay, so we'll go, okay, so what are they? So b's 12 there, so -12 plus or minus square root of b squared, 12 squared minus 4 times a is 4, times c is 11, all over 2 times a again is 4. So then we get, all this I'm pretty sure you're very comfortable with and you know all about. And so then this becomes a square root. 12, I'm right here now. On this part, 12 squared is 144. 4 times 4 times 11. That's actually getting a little big for me. 16, let me use my calculator. What? 176 over 2 times 4 is 8. And on the bottom, okay. So then we get -12 plus or minus the square root. If you subtract those, you get 32 in there, -32, I should say, over 8. And I think you know quite well that negative kicks out an I. You dealt with that beautifully. So we get -12 plus or minus I root 32 all over 8. Now, how do we simplify that? Well, you might have a calculator that just automatically simplifies square root of 32, and that's fine. If you want me to show it by hand, I'll do that. You just break it down with 4 times 8 is 32. That's 2 times 2. 8 is 2 times 4. These guys are done, and that 4 can break down to 2 times 2 again. So there we go. So the square root of 32 really equals 5 2s, right? You see that? 5 2s multiply together, and then it's a 2-for-1 deal. So 2 2s in, send 1 2 out, they're gone. Another 2 2s, sends 1 out, they're gone. So that's 2 times 2 on the outside, 4, and this 1 2 here is left on the inside. So it's 4 root 2. Again, you might have a calculator that does that automatically. So this becomes, or let me just bring it down here. This becomes -12 plus or minus. So then this is going to be I times 4 root 2 all over 8. Okay, now the question is, how do we simplify that? Couple of things. There's a couple of different options here. You probably got to hear just fine, but a little unsure how to simplify from here. So one thing you could do is just break it up, meaning you could just say, look, I'm just going to go -12 over 8 plus or minus I for root 2 over 8. See how I just separated? That's just common denominator. You know what I mean? Right? See, this bar goes all the way across. This 8 is under both of them. So I just made it 2 separate fractions with the 8 under both, because that's what it was meaning all along. This bar was all the way across, so that 8's under both of them. Okay. And so then now, and then you know how to simplify fractions. From there, right, we would just go divide by 4, top and bottom. So that would be what? -3/2 plus or minus. And the same thing here. Divide by 4, top and bottom, just, reduce that. And that'd be just root 2 over 2. And there it is. There's the two answers that they gave on the answer key. So minus 3/2, I'll write it separately if you want, plus I root 2, comma, minus 3/2 minus I root 2 over 2. If you look back to the answers they gave, there's that one, there's that one. And of course, the -2, which you gave as well. Now, you gave the -2, but then you gave these two answers, which they might seem the same to you, but they're actually not. Why? Why not? Well, here's why. So if I erase, just to give some room, some of this, I think you know all about that anyway. And just come on down here. Let me show you. So if you take your answer right here, minus 3 plus 2I root 2 over 2. That's not the same as what they have. Why? Because if you separated it into 2, it'd be 3/2 plus 2I root 2 over 2. I won't even worry about that. Well, that negative technically would go to both, but I'm not even really talking about that right now. I'm just talking about the fact that these 2's would cancel and it would be minus I root 2. So what you put is really that, which is not the same. See this part right here? Both these guys have a 2 on the bottom of the root 2. And you would not, your answer wouldn't mean that same thing, is what I'm saying. See, when you give the answer like this and you have the bar all the way across with that 2, right here it is, that 2, that means you're putting the 2 under both of them, right? Because that bar goes all the way, so it's underneath this one and this one. And if you separate them, these are going to cancel and there's no longer a 2 here. So do you see it's not the same? Because you might have looked here and go, well, look, they have a 2 under both of those. Well, yeah, but they don't have a 2 in the top here, you see. And you have a 2 in the top here. So your answer is different. It's not just a cosmetic thing. It actually means something different. So your answer is not the same, and their answer is correct. So again, how did I do that? I got to here, and I just set that 8 is under both. I just separated and then just reduced both those fractions, and we got the I root 2 over 2. Your answer, for some reason, you left the 2 in the top. So if you had, well, also there seems to be a problem with your negative signs also. Is that right? No, that would have been okay. No, your negative signs are okay. Yeah, they're good. They're good. You're good on that. No, so the only problem is you left that 2 in the top. I don't know why you did that or how you got there, but it shouldn't be there. And it's not just cosmetic. It actually means something different. That 2 will cancel out. Yeah, I'd probably be confused. I could explain more if we meet on Zoom, if you have other questions. If you would have not had that 2 there, it would have been okay, would have been the right answer. All right, I hope that's helpful. Glad to meet with you on Zoom. Can talk about it more.